So, it continues! Hello there, friend. Welcome back to Max Plays Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm your host, M. Kieran. My voice hurts a little. Just a little bit. Fun fact, yesterday I had a really long conversation with somebody. Like 5 hours of talking back and forth. No. It wasn't lawyerly antics like in Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. But my voice is a little bit dead. But you know what? We can do this. I believe in me. Hopefully you believe in me. On the previous episode, we finally were able to go back here and check out the car. The Mustang. I will remember everyone's voices in a moment. We got this victim's note, and we know as a matter of fact that it's upside down, clearly. It's 221 SL9, whatever that means. Was there anything else in this car that we could examine?
This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted.
Lana, yes, more British. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Have we already seen this? Maybe we have. Emma, quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yes, we have seen this before already, actually.
Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks.
Is there anything else? I'm getting the faint feeling that there may be. Let's just check the trunk one more time. So, the note was in here.
It must have fallen out of Detective Deadman's pocket.
And, what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
I have no idea, Emma.
Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. Okay, we've actually seen this already.
I'm sure Edgeworth would be just as confused.
I love Emma so much, she's so adorable. What if we pan towards this side? No? What if we show this note? Is there anything else to talk about with you, sir? Oh, Lana Sky. Lena? So there's a connection between Detective Deadman and my sister.
Oh, Court Marshal. We'll shoot you for less than that in Texas.
Oh, I forget his voice. Just smooth, sultry tone. Oh my god, my voice is dead.
That's correct. Officer Marshal. We'll shoot you for less than that in Texas, Bambina. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prosecutor tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. My condolences.
Officer Marshal.
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? Were they banging?
I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospectometrist's office.
Dry wind or ill will.
Oh, that's a good line.
Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here. But who?
Office atmosphere.
Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now.
Forge evidence, arranging testimonies, you name it.
He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you'll find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say.
One person? Who?
Bambina, it's your sister.
Prosecutor, goddammit.
Chief Prospector Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle all by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals.
What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers used to say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. You can smell it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth?
So, well, how are we how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh my gosh, she's such a nerd.
Oh, by the way, Emma.
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
Yeah!
Beep.
It's the Still Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. The phone that just rang wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I am sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see. More information about the Selma phone. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is a top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. I've got a bad feeling about this Star Wars reference. Like, maybe you still don't know everything that went on here. But can you really ever know everything? To be next stage!
Alright, so it looks like we have gathered all of the evidence from the first day. I am under the impression that this trial goes the distance. Mostly because it's a bonus trial, so they want to go all the way, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, expect this to go 3 days. Like, let's just be real right now. This is gonna go 3 days. Like, don't be silly. There's no way we're solving this on the first day.
February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. Lobby numero dos.
Morbitis, Lena. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright?
Frankly, I don't give a damn. I mean, there are still a lot of, you can call them gray areas. Although Edgeworth would probably call them weak points. Weak spots? Weak spots.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I am ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice.
Yes.
A defense attorney should never believe their client. Huh? The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that.
Sky, you remind me a lot of me. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And it has to do with those
And that is?
You're not a defense attorney. Bam! Pow, pow, pow!
I feel like that's Phoenix trying to do a burn.
There's a big difference. You're not a defense attorney.
I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright.
Don't worry, I won't need it. My first trial without a Fae helping me.
Oh, that's right! We have no magical freaking, spirit guides. Though we have the power of science. Scientifically speaking, that is.
No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself.
All by myself. Let's do this, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Scientifically speaking.
Oh my gosh, she's such a nerd. I love her.
Approximately like 26 minutes later.
And hello there, everybody. This is Dutchman speaking. It's been about a little while since the last time I talked. How have you all been doing? Anyhow, Dutch here. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lena Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Precisely longer than the defendants.
Edgeworth, do you have to one-up me again? I haven't been in court since Edgeworth's trial. It's been a little while now.
I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, well, that's easy for you to say.
I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lena Sky has committed an unpardonable crime.
As opposed to a pardonable crime? Are those okay? Would you be on trial for a pardonable crime?
Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow. He's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything, even things I haven't actually done.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness here, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand.
The cuff-up queen? Cuff-up queen.
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
Angel, you order the caviar lunch, am I right?
Oh, caviar! I haven't eaten caviar before.
The judge is really wolfing it down right now.
And for you, I have the Fiesta Bowl.
Thanks. I've always liked a little fiesta.
Will the witness state her name and profession?
Please tell me she also gives one to Edgeworth. Please, 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 please. And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Angel. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I may be allergic to it. Anyhow, that's the sound of my throat sealing up from the allergic reaction. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
I can't keep on with him dying. Let's pretend he just got like a steroid shot or something.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like?
Name, profession, now.
My name is Angel Starr. Don't go about forgetting it, sweetie. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us, to the audience, to the defendant, and to everyone else listening out, at home.
I can conjugate, you guys.
The prosecution will wait. I am not finished eating.
Hurry it up!
Delicious. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Ashwood has said to the court, I am a professional.
What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Literally, yeah. What? Miss Starr was a detective?
What? Say what? I know who you are. Cough up.
Cuff up Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Hot damn! Very well then. You may continue with your description, Miss Starr.
Just who is this lady?
Gosh darn it. If I might have the court's attention over there, it goes a little bit like this. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. The A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel, and the B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutors' spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of the A block, and the car trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and went to drive the body out. For a second I thought it said dry, and I'm like, that's oddly specific. Unfortunately, for her there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor. There's a bit of a problem, because, like, she could say whatever she wants, right? If she's the lonely witness, then who's to say that she's not lying, right? Generally, you want something to back this up.
Witness? Did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor myself.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright.
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It's kind of my job.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, give them your worst, Miss Starr.
Wait, are they talking about me? Are they signing against me?
Is this a cross-examination or just a testimony? I'm sorry, I was taking a sip of tea. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective instincts working. Oh, that's a good slide. Then, through a wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then, she thrust the pointed tip of the knife into the detective dead man's chest. Just like that. Stabby stab.
Bring a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touchy. How touching. He's a lucky man right there.
As you can see, there is no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into the detective dead man.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about that. I'll get back to you.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Oh, really? Really? Is this real? Oh, no. The police, not the memes. That's a reference to Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail? I forget. Memes.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
You bet your ass I will.
Cross-examination!
Really? Did you always knew so?
How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic
Abhorrence? Abhorrence? Is that how that's pronounced? Abhorrence? Abhorrence? I'm gonna say abhorrence.
basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uniform opinion is duly noted.
Ah, it's like, yeah, sure, whatever, girl.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that.
Huh.
Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? Last time I checked, 14-year-old girls sitting on the stands don't get to ask questions to the witness, but even so, I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I would still be one.
Laid off? So she was fired.
Yes, that's usually what it means, Phoenix.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. Also, I'm ready for seconds.
Most of these are clearly not leading us anywhere. I would like to actually see the little map we got here. The murder happened right... Oh. Huh. I feel like this would be important. Happened right here. If she was at the security room, she wouldn't have been able to see it then. Right? I feel like this is where we're going. What about your boyfriend?
This boyfriend. He's a detective.
Not that boyfriend. The security guard, you silly.
That boyfriend. You have several? I'm jealous.
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? Wink. The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
Yeah. I'll stick with the lunch, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying.
That's adorable.
The security guard room is in the lot in the A block.
I wonder.
It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block.
So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. She was in the B block when she witnessed the crime. She would have to have been here. Yeah. This actually clicks together.
When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed senses as a detective.
You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It felt like, how would you say? Oh, yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means.
That makes us two.
Speaking of a detective's instincts, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Deadman, also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
A young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Why, of course. I'm hard, yellowed, sharp as a tack.
I bet you stink too. Ah ha ha, cheese jokes. In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. It felt like the plot developing. Through the wire fence, she saw the thing happen.
By garish car, you mean?
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it?
Huh. Indeed, it was.
Yeah, what an odd case this is. I feel like it's a matter of time before good old Larry Butt shows up. And the person you saw, you're sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away, Your Honor. I am certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always complain.
Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are more than worms. Ergo, you're a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me.
Oh, she's so cool.
I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
Yeah, that was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of a lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime... excuse me. The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging around your neck.
I'm sorry. I'm being really disrespectful to you. I'm getting a Twitter notification on my phone right now, and I'm a terrible, terrible person. Let's return to the show.
This is my first time seeing this photograph.
You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division in criminal affairs.
Wow, this is most certainly the defendant.
That's A, right? That's just A, doesn't it? So if it's this A, just to verify once again really quickly, that is the wall. It says A. That is the location right there. I haven't found a single, like, hole yet.
Oh, that is unmistakably Atlanta's sky. What am I supposed to do about this?
So, what was the defendant doing at this time? Or at that time?
The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Was she? Is she holding a knife? I don't think... No, she's not. No, she's not.
Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
Well, I would say the blade was about 10 centimeters long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are by nature well versed in the location of a man's vital organs, clearly. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for an egg salad surprise set.
You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
That's the end. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Okay, so we're gonna...
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a little bit more, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile like that. It feels good to not be the only one who sucks right now. This is the one that I haven't actually pressed yet.
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
Yeah, the defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Yeah, you sure didn't, but you sure had time to take a freaking photo, didn't you?
Too late.
The photo's actually what ruins this. Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
Okay, so we've already gone through this. I think, if you're asking me honestly, is the idea that she was holding the knife in her right hand. She wasn't holding it. In this photo, she's not holding the knife in her right hand. She's not holding it in her right hand. And her hand was injured anyway. Yeah!
And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife, correct?
As I've already said, yes. I swear on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
Yeah, I'm sure that is a fine lunch we got right there.
But isn't that odd?
Get ready for the song.
Look at this photograph. There's the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection.
Let's be a little bit more careful with our evidence, shall we?
It is you that needs to be more careful, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing.
What? No, BS.
How can you tell that?
Blood splatter.
Huh?
Is there blood splatter on this freaking photo? Where? Oh, it's on the jacket. Oh, she's wearing the white. Oh. Do you see the dark crimson stain on the chief prosecutor's coat?
It's a black and white photograph. How am I supposed to know?
Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here.
No problem. Except you.
Oh, no problem. Except you.
Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea?
For me, the objection would be the fact that, like, why didn't she just say that from the beginning? Because, like, you're saying that, like, because she said that she saw her, the instant that she saw her, she took the photo, but now it's like, oh no, this was after, actually. I object.
Wait! That contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds.
Problem solved, really. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
Good advice, actually. I'm not sure I understood it, but it sounds like good advice. I'm gonna write it down.
I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. This is totally not a biased piece of advice, yes.
Also, he was already dead. He's already mega dead. Look at freaking Inspector Gadget over there.
She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Premeditated? How would you know that?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph.
Wow, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on, Phoenix? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
What?
I mean, no, there are more reasons than that.
These gloves do seem to tell of premeditation.
Premeditated murder. A serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
The murder was planned, then through a wire fence, and then that. Okay, so we have to push on that clearly. Okay, we're gonna push on that testimony and see where that takes us. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Wait a minute. Get out of here. Are there prints? Are her prints on it? No prints. Darn it! The murder weapon found in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of the victim's blood. No prints. What's the autopsy report actually? Name of deceased, bruised, dead man, 36 male. Date and time of death, February 21st, between 4 and 5:30 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood from chest wound. Wound was caused by a 12-centimeter knife. A single stab wound was found. The knife is 10, not 12. Haven't we already inspected everything on this knife? The victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth's wound with a knife like this? Anyway, hey, maybe yeah. We have read this. I was hoping that the description for the knife would be 10 centimeters because that way we could actually use it as evidence to contradict the idea of what they were saying in the autopsy. That's the word I was looking for. Let's see where this goes.
What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like driving gloves. I mean, it is February, for crying out loud. It's cold out here.
The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, darling, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can possibly make, sweetie. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Impressive! I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr.
This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show them this wasn't planned. That this wasn't premeditated.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Okay, you've literally... Okay, we have looked a couple of times. How I need to show... Okay, it's gonna be the one where it's when she says that the murder was planned. I have to find a way to prove that it wasn't planned. So let's go through this. Let's go through this. Not this. Not this. No prints here. I wish I had the hours that she was talking about. Wait, did she hear the phone ring? Because she should have, actually, now that I think about it. I may go back and actually bring up the phone, actually. Victim's memo found in the car trunk. Touched it, blah, 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 blah. That's the memo. That's probably important. The parking lot of Edgeworth's car. I'm thinking. There's already blood splatter. That's what I meant to say. Okay. We have a crime in our hands, kids. We gotta figure this out. I'm gonna go back through her testimony and figure out if we can actually pinpoint them. I was on my way to deliver lunch to my boyfriend. When I sent something, perhaps it was my finding, blah blah blah. Then through a wire fence, saw that it was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. I'm gonna press this one more time. What if she was just okay? We literally just went through this. I apologize. She looks so cool when she tosses her hair to the side. Okay. We've got to prove that it was not premeditated. Okay. It's literally that line. So what? Ah, darn it! I'm the worst video game player there is. I'm clicking too fast. I know. I'm growing impatient. What can we present that shows record of parking in the prosecutor's office lot? When Edgeworth left his car, and do we have a time on this photo? I don't think we do, right? We don't have it. No, we don't have a time in this photo. Huh. Also, where are the water barrels? Because shouldn't there be? Are those water barrels? Because I get the feeling maybe this is not actually the parking lot of. No, there's already blood actually. No, you know what? This is the parking lot of the police building, where the reward thing for the freaking best prosecutor gift was given. Because like I mentioned in the previous episode, I think that the murder happened there originally, and then they moved the body to the parking lot, so that Angel here could actually testify. It feels a little bit like a setup. No, this was a bad idea.
Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement?
I'm not sure I follow.
It clearly contradicts the, I thought.
You don't sound very convinced. Sorry, Mr. Wright.
Okay, alright.
The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. I'm thinking like traces of the victim's blood, no prints. Did I miss? Is there anything to check in this freaking knife that I might have missed? No. Actually, you know what? Let's just zoom in all the way just to make sure. Yeah, oh, look at that look at that 3D model. The best. Okay, where the hell is the autopsy report one more time? He died between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Cause of death. Bruised dead man, 36. What am I missing? What am I missing? I'm thinking. Give me a second. Wait a minute. Didn't she say that she come to give her boyfriend a freaking lunch? But he works in the security area. Wait, if you were on your way to give it to your boyfriend, why were you on the freaking... on this side of the fence then? Because that's where they park. I know, but maybe this works? No? That's the problem. Oh man. Okay, alright. What am I missing? She sent something through the wire fence. I saw someone. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. I have to prove that it wasn't planned. How can I prove that it wasn't planned? I'm missing something. I know that I'm missing something. What is it? Is it freaking Goodman's ID? An investigator's ID card found at the prosecutor's office crime scene. Prosecutor's office crime scene. I like that they're stating this because there's gonna be another crime scene. I bet. I betcha. I betcha. Where was freaking Edgeworth this entire time? Okay, prosecutor's office lot. I don't think the Blue Badger here is going to freaking fix everything. Okay, let's just... Okay. Goodman, February 21st, whatever. Loss of blood from chest wound. Wound was caused by a 12-centimeter knife. Single wound was found. I don't think this note is it. I don't think because this is clearly like something for later. Can I actually open it right now? Really? What is this gonna do?
There's no need to push this again.
What's wrong? You look like you do during finals.
Never mind, it's nothing.
Damn it! What am I missing? Because I feel like... Doesn't this feel like a leap of faith? Or should I be talking to her some more? Because we have already exhausted all of the options. Parking lot floor plans. The murder was premeditated. How can we prove that? Also, the telephone seems like it would be important for this, actually. Also, wouldn't the guy in the security room have seen everything happened? Is that... No. I feel it's gonna be one of those things where like, oh, use the photo again, because it proves it somehow.
No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this thing.
What am I missing here? What am I missing here? Oh my god, is there like gonna be like information on this freaking block of text? There's gonna be like, yo.
A name and ID number are written here. Detective Bruce Dead Man.
Okay, this is literally the bit about freaking IDs. How can I skip this text? Okay. While I am thinking about this, yabba dabba doo. It does not take very much to amuse her. She is a pretty silly dongle. Yo, let's actually look at the profiles really quickly. Oh, I can't look at the profiles! Darn it! Given to Edgeworth, King of Prosecutors, at the PD on the day of the murder. That doesn't prove anything. Wait, if it was premeditated, why did she use the knife in Edgeworth's car? Yeah!
Witness! Do you know what this is?
That's a middle finger.
No, I mean this!
Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife, darling. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. I figured it out.
Indeed, it is my knife. My David Bowie knife.
What's with this case?
The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor over there. What the fu?
The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district? Mommy, you're the prosecutors, bad people.
The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that again, Rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Or so you say.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon!
Oh.
I was hoping for the music to come in, you guys. Oh well, this knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon!
Mommy, should I also remember to bring a weapon when I want to commit a murder?
Order. And you, little Timmy, don't be getting no ideas.
Great, now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Oh, Emma. Oh, Emma. Huh. Oh, I love that spread so much.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
What?
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide had turned. Not over such a trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Sky, murdered a detective with a knife.
Oh, it seems like Lena has a horse in this race.
The only thing the prosecution needs to prove is that and nothing else.
Oh, very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you are so very clever now, don't you? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If she wasn't, why would she have been wearing?
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony one more time.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. I will destroy you first.
Really now?
Angels' deduction! Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Deadman. That's such a freaking good image. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I am sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. You're wrong. You're wrong. You know why? Because the autopsy says there was only one stab wound.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I order pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Yo. Cross-examination! You know what's happening now, clearly. I am still gonna press just so we get the dialogue options, but we know where we're going. We know our target.
You have said that, but you haven't told us how you know.
That's what I am about to talk about, you rookie.
I believe what she just said was just a mere prelude to the story she was about to tell. Where is my mouse pointer again? I see I appear to have lost my... this has happened again. My mouse, where you go, is back. Alright.
I don't know if my recording software is gonna pick that up.
Try not to interrupt her again, Mr. Wright.
Rookie. Huh. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked.
Something's half-baked here, alright, and it's you!
Try not to confuse the defense, witness. They are not very quick on their feet. Now, Why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim?
Her actions speak for herself. Really? That's why?
You have no proof that's why Miss Sky called them there.
You have no proof that she didn't.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts on this really silly argument?
There is no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's phone.
She might have written him a letter.
Come on! You could have tried public phone first, at least.
In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered.
I'm sure he had a reason to be there, clearly. Witness? Why do you think he was the suspect to summon the victim that day?
I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Do you really?
What kind of grudge?
Well, I wouldn't know about that.
Of course you don't. That's why she didn't have a grudge.
You don't have a grudge, you hold the grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what do you think it's inside?
I hope it's not my ex-wife's head. That's a spoiler, Max.
I know.
How am I supposed to know?
See? We agree there is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree?
I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty.
This judge isn't very good with metaphors.
The suspect had a grudge against Detective Deadman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this?
It's simple. There was a joke and I lost it. Damn it! I had a joke. I had a really good joke and I lost it. People with lunches. I lost it. It's lost. Anyhow, oh, by the way, you're wrong because the autopsy says he was only stabbed once. Get out of here.
You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I will test you. With my moss surprise.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star.
Huh?
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. And now, kids, we'll see where this story progresses in the next episode. Until then,
Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Max Plays Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney!